You're listening to Spring River Chronicle. Audio on the go.
First National Banking Company. Get checking that pays with Super Plus Checking at FNBC.
Sexting Teacher by Jody Shackelford. Former Highland High School math teacher Nathan Miller, of Violet Hill, was arrested December 19 on 2 felony charges stemming from sexual misconduct with a 15-year-old female student. After the Spring River Chronicle broke the story, alleged sexting teacher November 23, students, faculty and residents alike expressed mixed feelings and some disbelief regarding the allegations, but in a report filed by Sharp County Detective Sergeant Ken Guidry, the documents describe evidence that weighs against the accused. According to High School Superintendent James Floyd, the school received an anonymous call on October 26, claiming Miller was exchanging inappropriate text messages with a female student. High School Principal Clint Shackelford had originally contacted Highland High School Resource Officer Steve Chisholm, who is also a Sharp County deputy, the same day with the allegation, but Miller was off campus. On October 27 at 7:35 a.m., Miller was located in the hallway of Highland High School and brought into Shackelford's office, where he confessed to the inappropriate texts. According to Shackelford, Miller was given the choice of being fired or resigning. Miller resigned on the spot, signing a one-line resignation letter, written by Shackelford. Shackelford then escorted Miller to his classroom, to retrieve a few items and his car keys, before escorting him off of the campus. According to Superintendent Floyd, both he and Shackelford contacted authorities the same day, including the Sharp County Sheriff's Department, the Arkansas Department of Child Services and the Arkansas State Professional Licensure Standards Board. On November 18, Detective Sergeant Guidry and Crimes Against Children investigator Janet Copper traveled to Highland High School to make arrangements to interview the victim. According to the report, the victim would not initially cooperate, but under order from Judge Kevin King, she spoke to investigators. The victim admitted to exchanging inappropriate photos and texts with Miller. The victim's phone was in police custody, but photos and texts had been deleted. Guidry contacted the Arkansas Attorney General's office in Little Rock and spoke with Special Agent Jeff Shackelford regarding the retrieval of digital evidence from the victim's iPhone. I made contact with Special Agent Shackelford via email on December 08, requesting a data extraction on a cell phone, Guidry said. The phone was delivered to Little Rock, where it underwent extraction of previously deleted photographs and text messages. Guidry reported many of the photos and text messages shared between Miller and the victim contained child pornography and sexually explicit correspondence. During an interview with the victim, she described 2 pictures of a penis that Miller allegedly sent her as having green boxers. 2 photos were extracted of an erect male penis with green boxers showing, Guidry said. According to the report, the victim also described sending pictures of her breast area to Miller, which were also recovered from the cell phone. S.A. Shackelford was able to extract text messages that matched what the victim said, Guidry reported. Based on the statements from the victim, that inappropriate text messages and photos of a sexual nature were exchanged between the 15-year-old victim and her 30-year-old teacher, an affidavit has been completed after evidence of this activity was discovered through extracting the evidence from the victim's Apple iPhone, Guidry said. In the interview, the victim said Miller's wife, Ginger Miller, had called her demanding she stay away from her husband and not have any further contact with him. The victim indicated her relationship with Miller intensified on Facebook, saying they eventually exchanged cell phone numbers. The victim also indicated Miller had knowledge of the deviant nature of his text messages, stating that he could get into trouble for simply having communication with her. Miller is charged with engaging children in sexually explicit conduct for the use of visual or print medium, a Class B felony, and sexual indecency with a child, a Class D felony. According to the report, Miller was listed in the victim's cell phone as Hanlo, Miller's favorite play.
You're listening to Spring River Chronicle. Audio on the go.
First National Banking Company. Get checking that pays with Super Plus Checking at FNBC.
Can a gift ease trauma? By Lauren Siebert. A forgotten tradition and a special animal unit has been enlisted to help in law enforcement and emergency situations in Sharp County, thanks to the combined efforts of the Red Mule, Constable Michael Orsh and Cherokee Village Officer Jeremy Rose. The animals are actually stuffed toys donated at the Red Mule, to be distributed to various officers and agencies throughout Sharp County, to be used in traumatic situations, to ease the fear felt by children in different situations, in which the authorities may be contacted. Rose explained when the toys would most likely be used, and by whom. Law enforcement, and firemen as well. We will hand these out to small children that are scared or are sad, because their house burned down, or mom and dad are in a domestic situation, Rose said, or if they have been robbed and the kids are scared. Any crimes or situations, children need to hold on to something to feel secure. Constable Orsh noted how effective he had witnessed the stuffed animals being used in the past. I've seen Jeremy hand out stuffed animals to these little kids, Constable Orash said. They immediately stopped crying, and started smiling and playing with the toys. They even started talking to us, Orash noted, which can be helpful to not only the children but the overall situation as well. They wouldn't even talk to us until then, they were scared to do it, and didn't understand they could until then, Orash said. One hope from the officers involved is to help kids understand that police officers are there to help and should not be feared, a common misconception children may have when parents make jokes, such as "you better be good or he'll take you to jail." It's not uncommon, and they're not doing it with bad intentions, they are just telling that to get them to act right. Rose said, "We want to help them to take that road in life, but we want to be friendly and not through fear. We don't want them to be afraid of us. Obviously we want them to respect law enforcement, but we want them to feel we're their friends. If they're a victim or know someone who is, they won't be afraid to come talk to us if they're familiar with us," Rose said. "We like to hear the good too. We want them to come up and tell us about their day," Constable Orash added, "or if they have a problem, to talk to an officer." The idea for carrying and handing out stuffed animals to children in tough times has become a forgotten tradition in law enforcement. "In the past, I noticed years ago, I saw officers with animals in the trunk," Rose said. "We had agencies that sometimes had them and would divvy them out to the cars. Some of us have fallen out of that." Rose and Orash both feel these toys can make all the difference in a child's life. "It makes a big difference in a young life," Rose said. "It gives them something to hold on to in hard times, because usually when we're dealing with them, it's in hard times. We want to revive the children's future," Orash stated. "We want to start early in the childhood to make the difference." According to Constable Orash, the Red Mule will be a great help in aiding the effort. "It's a drop-off station," Constable Orash said. "They have volunteered to accept small stuffed animals and hold them until we can pick them up. The toys will be given to various officers and agencies throughout the county. We come in periodically, and when we run low we can come and get some," Officer Rose said. "If it gets full we can divide it to different agencies. If you would like to donate small stuffed animals, they may be dropped off at the Red Mule in Highland anytime. Smaller animals are better, as officers would like to have several on hand, but have limited space in their trunks for the animals." Officer Rose and Constable Orash would like to thank the community for their support and all their help.
You're listening to Spring River Chronicle. Audio on the go.
First National Banking Company. Get checking that pays with Super Plus Checking at FNBC.
Eagle Crest Shopping Mall. By Lauren Siebert. Several area businesses set up shop for the day at Eagle Crest Nursing and Rehab on December 8 to give residents a shopping opportunity before Christmas. We have different vendors from the community who we called and asked them if they would come and set up a store for our residents, Activities Director Jennifer Macchia said, because they don't always get out to the community. The community came and set up so they could shop all day. Macchia said she got the idea from a vendor who comes regularly. Debbie, with Books Are Fun, comes once a quarter and stays for an hour, Macchia said, and we had discussed how it would be nice if we could do it for a whole day, which gave her the idea to invite even more businesses. "If I had her here all day then it'd be great to get more." Following up the idea, Macchia set out planning for the all-day shopping extravaganza. "We started 2 to 3 months ago, planning," Macchia said. "It came together by word of mouth. We informed families and staff to get the word out. After contacting local merchants, Macchia discovered more businesses which were interested in participating from local fairs. We had the one vendor, let's see if we can get some more," Macchia said. "So I started reaching out to the community and calling everyone in town to see who would be interested in doing it. As we went to fairs I started seeing other vendors also." Although Macchia had set up a store in the past, this was the first time it had been done to this degree. "This is my first year doing things this way," Macchia said. "Usually we set up our own store, but this time we decided to try and give a real shopping experience." Vendors came and set up at 9 a.m. and the residents could shop all day until 9 p.m. "We had 8 vendors. This gave people all day long on their schedule to come and browse and shop and just enjoy it," Macchia said. Residents were lined up at different tables, making their selections of various gifts from jewelry to candles, books and stuffed animals. "Community support and volunteers are really important in the nursing home industry," Macchia said. "The more people we can get to reach out and help us do things like this, the better the quality of life for the people who are here." Macchia would like to thank Books Are Fun, Susan McKinney with Avon, Disciples Cross, DV Magnetics, LP Treasures, and all others who participated.
You're listening to Spring River Chronicle. Audio on the go.
First National Banking Company. Get checking that pays with Super Plus Checking at FNBC.
Break-in Suspect Busted. By Lauren Siebert. A suspect was arrested and confessed to 2 burglaries in Cherokee Village on December 11, causing over $350 in damages, in addition to theft losses. Officer Michael Alexander and Officer Shane Hightower were dispatched to the Elks Lodge at 1 Elks Lane, Cherokee Village, around 11 p.m. on the evening of December 11, in response to an alarm at the location. When officers arrived, they noted a white Dodge truck parked near an open door. Officer Alexander also noticed the door had been damaged and appeared to have been pried open. After backup arrived and the building was cleared, it was noted the cash register had been pried open and the video recorder for the camera system was missing. According to reports, there were 3 doors that had been pried or kicked open. Officers searched the area immediately, but no suspect was located. After identifying the owner of the white Dodge truck found at the scene, officers searched for clues inside the truck, and found a bank bag that contained cash, several rolls of change and a pawn slip with David Allen Hightower's name on it. This was significant, as one of the officers, Shane Hightower, recognized the name of David Hightower, who had previous arrests related to several other commercial break-ins. Further searches in the vehicle turned up syringes, a straw, several cotton swabs, an empty baggie, and a spoon with residue. The items were confiscated and the vehicle towed. Employees with the Elks Lodge advised that the only things missing were the security system, a set of keys to the building, and an estimated $100 from a jar located on the bar. Officers found that most of the money in the bank bag did not come from the Elks Lodge, and so began to search other businesses in the area. Officer Alexander located a rear door open at the Lakeview Dinette at 165 Iroquois Drive in Cherokee Village. After clearing the building, a key holder was contacted. Cash and change, estimated to be around $302, was reportedly missing from the office. It did not appear that the suspect had forced entry, but possibly found a way to defeat the locking mechanism of the back door and office doors. Officers were later contacted by the Lakeview Dinette, and informed that $3,489 was reportedly missing, along with a bank bag. Officer Shane Hightower then traveled to a relative of suspect David Hightower's to speak with them. They stated David Hightower had stopped by earlier in the day, and they believed the vehicle belonged to his boss from Rogers. They advised they hadn't previously seen David since September. At approximately 3:30 a.m. the alarm at the Elks Lodge went off again. The building was again cleared without locating any suspects. Around 9:30 a.m. Officer Hightower was contacted by dispatch, who informed him that the security system and a crowbar had been located. Officers Jeremy Rose and Hightower viewed the video recorded by the security system, before it was taken from the building. According to reports, the video showed a white truck pull into the parking lot and the subject get out, then enter the building, going through several drawers and prying open the cash register. The video ended when the subject reached for the security system. A bolo was put out for David Allen Hightower. At approximately 1 p.m. David Hightower was taken into custody by Hardy Police Chief Ernie Rose. David Hightower stated that after leaving his relatives, he drove to the Lakeview Dinette and broke through the back door, entering the office. David Hightower then told officers he had taken rolls of change and some cash, for the amount he believed to be around $220. Hightower also stated he then drove to the Elks Lodge and broke in, taking cash from the jar on the bar, the DVR for the security system and a set of keys. According to David Hightower, when he heard someone drive up he ran out the side door, dropping the DVR, keys and money along the way, but he denied taking any more than approximately $220 he previously confessed taking from the Lakeview Dinette. David Allen Hightower was charged with 2 counts, theft of property, 2 counts, commercial burglary, and 1 count, possession of drug paraphernalia, and is being held in the Sharp County Detention Center.
Thanks for listening to Spring River Chronicle Audio on the Go. Be sure to subscribe to the paper and check us out online at myspringriver.com.